Yeah, get the camera in focus here. Info spot 411 YouTube channel. Okay, I'm just getting the camera focused so I can see the TV behind me here. Yeah, it looks good. Life Anaya, welcome. Thank you. The Lego. Okay, I put it in my description box, but I'm just going to go over it here briefly what we got on tap here for tonight. Oh, I put together the Price is Right game, possible 15 winners. Oh, I was just hooking up my mic. That's maybe why. And I was moving my webcam on my laptop computer so you can see the screen behind me for the Price is Right game. We'll do the Price is Right game once I get some more people in here. Okay, Price is Right game tonight. And I got some other good news stories here. Well, sort. I don't want to say good, but Houston in the crosshairs of Hurricane Laura. We're going to go over it. Well, hello. Thank you. So I got a Price is Right game. And then about Hurricane Laura headed for Houston, Texas. American Airlines to cut 19,000 jobs when federal aid expires in October. And this is not just Americans. Some other major airlines are being affected. So I'm going to go over this as one of our news topics. Sacramento might be giving people $1,000 when they're sick from the COVID-19 to help out, from income loss with their jobs. So I can't be on here today. I was just letting you know I came. Okay. Oh, I have my first day of school Friday, and me and my sister here still isn't done. Oh, okay. No problem. If you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're not. I appreciate you being here. Hope everything's going good with you and your sister. Getting your hair done. This was interesting. This is from the BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation website. Sorry, not Friday. I have it tomorrow. School starts tomorrow. Okay, I got you. British Broadcasting Corporation, that's the BBC News Network website. KFC drops Finger Lickin Good slogan amid the COVID-19. Well, because of COVID-19. I'm kind of split on this. There's another interesting story. Oh, this one you guys are going to want to hear. This is going to get interesting. This is from the Washington Examiner, which is a legitimate Associated Press news website, just like New York Times, Chicago Tribune. McNigram, thank you for coming. There is some new breaking news that just came out today on from the medical examiner's office on George Floyd. I'm going to go over this, and it's pretty much going to lay out what those police officers are going to try for a defense. So anyway, yeah, this is an interesting news story. You're always lying to have an excuse. Yep. We'll have some general conversation as well. So yeah, Price is Right. Hurricane Laura headed for Houston, Texas. What else I have? Oh, American Airlines to cut 19,000 jobs. BBC website here. Kentucky Fried Chicken is dropping a slogan here. Finger Lickin Good. I brought this up because I think it's a knee-jerk reaction. Oh, SE 2000, Schindler Elevator 2000. Thank you for coming. Washington Examiner, breaking news today on from the medical examiner's office about George Floyd. This is going to get interesting. So anyway, we got 3 people in here. We'll get the game started here shortly. I'll wait just another minute or so, see if anyone shows up. If not, we'll just get rolling with the Price is Right game. Let me get a sip of my Red Bull. Stick and stay, everybody, please. We're going to have some fun here. Let me put all my stuff over here. I got all my paperwork here. Let me give everybody a big welcome. Oh, this Thursday, tomorrow, Wednesday, which is Wednesday here shortly at midnight. But tomorrow afternoon, I will drop the Price is Right winners and contestants video. Basically, it's a video for exposure of your channels. You know, I'm going to drop that. And even if you're not a winner on the Price is Right game here, we're going to start shortly. If you're on my live, you stay on my live, I'll put you in as honorable mention. No problem at all. This Thursday. Now that's for Wednesday. This Thursday, I have everything all set for my bad drivers video. I've been working on this for like about the past month now. But I've been doing it in my spare time. I dropped my pen 1 second. Okay. I've been doing this in my spare time. I've been setting the camera up in my car and filming. And usually about every other day or so, I catch some people really doing some just terrible stuff when it comes to driving, from the aggressive drivers, distracted drivers, and just drivers doing dumb things. But it's going to be good. You're going to feel like you're in the passenger seat of my car when you see some of the stuff that goes on. So I'll be doing that Thursday, my bad drivers video. I got all the stuff. I just have to edit it and clip it in there. All right, let me get a sip of my Red Bull, and we'll start with the Price is Right game and have some fun here. Oh, I made a video about PB the Cool. Oh, okay. I'll check that out. Okay, so you did a video about PB the Cool. Okay. PB the Cool, a great YouTuber. Always comes just about to all my live broadcast, and good guy. Everybody here. Naya. Let's get into it here. Let me get my sheet. Okay, the rules here on the Price is Right game are fairly simple. Let me boot it up, and I'll just go over them, and we'll get into this and start having some fun here, everybody. Where's my mouse? Oh, I got to shake it to get it to work. Oh, I just double click it. 1 second. It's in a PowerPoint. Come on. There we go. Oh, all right. Okay, again, yes, let's do it. You got it. I just want to go over this briefly with the rules here for the Price is Right. Fairly simple. You're going to enter in an amount, and you're guessing at what the retail amount of the item is. Okay, so like let's say your guess is $12.75. You don't have to put a dollar sign. Just put 1, 2, and decimal point or period 75. That way I know it's $12.75 is your guess. Another thing, when I show an item and you see it, you get one guess. So you can't delete your message and put another guess in. Sometimes accidents happen. I'll let something slide here or there. But if someone continues to delete their guess and put another one in, they're disqualified. What else is it? Oh, if I have two people put in the same amount, whoever I see first on my chat will get that amount, and I will just tell the other person to please enter in a different amount. I'm going to roughly give about 10, 12 seconds for you to get your guess in once I read it. So you're going to look at the item. I'll read the item, give you a little information on it, and then you guess the retail amount on it. Real simple, just like part of the Price is Right show. Okay, let's get started. Let's have some fun. Where's my remote? Okay. Just do a volume check here. Come on. All right. Oh, I'm good. Okay. All right, here we go. And I'm going to move my head out of the way here, but I got my microphone right here. Okay, let's get going. Come on. I don't know. Why isn't my wand working? What the hell? Anyway, I'll use the mouse. I don't know. So for some reason, my little PowerPoint wand isn't working. Hold on 1 second. Let me try putting this flash drive thing in again. Oh, I heard it click. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I heard it click. It's on. Oh, you know what? I think my batteries went dead in here. Give me 1 second. I just have to put a couple batteries in my little remote here. I apologize about that. Stuff happens. We'll get rolling here. 2 AAA batteries coming up. I'm wondering why this thing I have plugged in wasn't working. Couple of energizers. Okay. Sorry about that. 3 people here. We'll get some more in once we get rolling. Okay, let's see. What the hell? Otherwise, I'll have to use my mouse. This is crazy. All right, never mind. I'll just go with the mouse. I'll figure that out later. I got my little PowerPoint clicker, and I don't know, something's going on with it. Okay. All right, here we go, everybody. First item up on the Price is Right for the winner's circle. Hey, Mike 4VP, thank you for coming. We're just starting the Price is Right game. Okay, everybody, this is the Alpine 8-foot pool table. This is a billiards table like you'd put, in your basement or a game room. It's got a really beautiful, it's wood, and it's got the nice leather pockets there. Nice wide wood legs. Looks like a dark blue felt. Alpine 8-foot pool table. Okay, enter in your guess on the retail amount. So I got 3 people here. Enter in a guess on the retail amount. Just put in the number. And if you want to guess the cents, like if let's say your guess might be $75.25, you put in 75.25. If your guess is, let's say, an even $200, you just put 200 in. Okay. All right. I got one guess in here. Enter in an amount. Just take a guess at it. This is the Alpine 8-foot pool table. A beautiful billiards table for like your basement or game room. Mike 4VP, do you have a guess? I'll give it here another 10 or 12 seconds. Okay. We got 2 guesses in. All right. I'll leave a few more seconds on the clock here, and then we'll go to the... All righty. Boom. Oh, you know what? Let me go back. Previous. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3 guesses in. All right. The actual retail amount on this Alpine 8-foot pool table is $1,799.99 from the Billiard Factory website. This is a website that specializes in the sale of billiards tables and as well as other really neat things. So, okay, who is the closest to 1,799? Oh, we have a winner. That would be Mike 4VP at $400. Yes, it is. Some of these pool tables, they even cost more money, but the key is what I mentioned. That is like a walnut, I think, or some type of really beautiful wood. I don't know what type of wood it is, but when you see those pool tables with the wood grain and the nice wood legs and leather pockets, they cost money. Okay, so we have a winner for our first item, Mike 4VP. But hang on, I got 15 here, so there's more coming. Okay, let's get to it. Next item up here on the Price is Right, everybody. Let me grab my mouse and flick this over. The Price is Right. Okay, here we go. I'll read this to you. You might not see it too great, but this is the Guinness Brewery logo orange double neon wall clock. Guinness Brewery logo orange double neon wall clock. So basically, it's got 2 round things of neon around the clock that are really bright orange. And it's got this beautiful toucan bird with a glass of Guinness on its beak here. and it's got like a silver base, and it's got a little pull chain. So this is a really nice neon wall clock. The Guinness Brewery logo orange double neon wall clock. All right. Put your guesses in. Guess your amounts. Take a stab at it. The Guinness Brewery logo orange double neon wall clock. Take a guess, everybody. I'll give it about another 10, 12 seconds here. Then I'll cut it if there's no guesses. Put your guesses in. Get your guesses in here, everyone. The Guinness Brewery logo orange double neon wall clock. Any guesses? Oh, wow. Nobody's guessing. I'm trying to watch the chat here. I got 4 people here. No one guessing? If you're not that sure, just take a guess at it, man. We're just doing a game. It's for fun. Well, I show 5 people here. All right, again, I'm not getting any. Nobody's putting a guess in the live chat. Wow. The Guinness Brewery logo orange double neon wall clock. Put your guess in on the retail amount for this item. Beautiful wall clock. Nobody? Hope my internet. No, I'm showing 5 people on the live here. Nobody's putting a guess in. Wow. All right, I'll give it 10 more seconds here if nobody wants to play. I show 5 people here. Nobody's taking a guess. Mike Room, SC 2000, Schindler Elevator 2000, I should say. 4 people here. No guesses? None at all. Is everybody here? I see 4 people here. Wow, that's odd. If you're here and you're listening to me, just give me a yay or an okay or a thumbs up, something. Huh. Who's all here? Just give me a thumbs up or a yes or no. I'll go back here. That's odd. I show 5 people on here, but I'm putting up the stuff for Price is Right, but I'm not getting any amounts. I just want to see all's here out for the Price is Right game. If you're here, let me know in the chat who's all here. I'll do a check. That's odd, unless it's my feed. Who is all here? Who is all here? I got 5 people I'm seeing. We'll do the Price is Right game. That's odd. I had a few some guesses here for the first item. Unless it's something with my feed. Well, if you can hear me and you're here, just show me something in the chat. If not, I'll just wait. Let me know when you guys want to play Price is Right or whatever. I'll wait here. 6 people here. You want to play the Price is Right game, just let me know you're here. I got 6 people I'm showing on the live. I can just sit here and look at the camera. I see 6 people. If you're here and you want to play Price is Right, let me know. I had some people guess on the first item, but nothing so far. Schindler Elevator, McNigra, Mike 4 VP. If you're here and want to do prices right, let me know. I don't think my live chat's anything's wrong with that. I just put in a message here. Oh, that's odd. I'll just go to the news stories, and when we get some more people back in here, I'll flip back to the Price is Right game. No problem. I got one winner so far. While you're here, let me... Oh, okay, the thing's working now. Oh, my remote is working now. Yay! How about that? Okay. I'll just leave this up here, and then when I get some more people in, we'll go back to the game. And show, okay. All right. I'll set this aside here. I got 5 people, but I'm not getting anybody wanting to play the Price is Right. So I'll come back to it later. We want to play, no problem. I'll go over the stories here. All right. First on tap. Houston in the crosshairs of Hurricane Laura, forecast to be major storm by landfall. Wow. This just came out today. I got this through Reuters, but it's all over the Associated Press. Where are we here? Oh, Hurricane Laura, excuse me, could make a direct hit on the Gulf Coast. Where is it here? Oh, could make a direct hit on Houston this week, and hundreds of thousands of people are leaving the Gulf Coast and evacuating immediately. Officials in Texas warned on Tuesday. So, hundreds of thousands of people are evacuating that Gulf Coast area around Houston where this Hurricane Laura is going to hit. A little more information on this. Top executive for Harris County, which encompasses Houston, of the deadly winds and destructive storm surge after Laura makes landfall late Wednesday or early Thursday. Wow. That put millions of lives at risk as Laura moved westward and took aim at the 4th biggest city in the United States. Okay, so Houston's the 4th biggest city in the United States. All right. The storm certainly can cause unpredicted devastation. We truly have to say, prepare for the worst. Woo! The hurricane is packing winds of 80 miles per hour as it moves across the Gulf of Mexico, qualifying it as a Category 1 hurricane. Laura was forecast to become a major hurricane of Category 3 or higher by Wednesday night as it approaches the U.S. coast. So this hurricane is going to be even stronger by the time it gets to the coast of Texas, just outside Houston. The storm was located about 480 miles southeast of Lake Charles, Louisiana, on Tuesday afternoon. That's just this afternoon, and moving west-northwest at 17 miles per hour. But it says here it's supposed to be, the hurricane is going to be packing winds of 80 miles per hour by the time it hits the coast of Texas. Is not good. Everybody downtown has boarded up their businesses and people are leaving the city. All right. And then further in this news article from Reuters, more than 420,000 Texas residents and another 200,000 people in neighboring Louisiana were under a mandatory evacuation orders on Tuesday. Ooh, so 420,000 residents and another 200,000 people 420,000 residents just in Texas, okay? Then another 200,000 people in the neighboring state of Louisiana are going to be are being put on mandatory evacuation orders That was just today, Tuesday. Shelters were set up in San Antonio, Dallas, and Austin. Life of Nia, if you're here, you probably might know a little bit about this because I believe you're around Dallas, Texas area, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, Houston, which lies about 45 miles north of open water of the Gulf of Mexico, was plummeted in 2017 by Hurricane Harvey. I remember that. Which killed at least 68 people and caused $125 billion in property damage. Hurricane Laura is forecast to dissipate. I'm sorry, hold on. Hurricane Laura is forecast to dissipate quickly after landfall, with the greatest danger more from wind and storm surges than rain. Okay, so they're expecting more problems with the wind and the storm versus rainfall and the major flooding. Still not good either way. Texas Governor Greg Abbott said the state's National Guard was heading to the coastal communities with high water vehicles and rescue helicopters to prepare for Laura's impact. Well, that's cool. So they're getting the National Guard and everybody ready for this hurricane that's going to hit here real soon. Federal Emergency Management Agency, that's FEMA, Administrator Pete Gaynor, I think it's Gaynor. Yeah, Gaynor, Pete Gaynor, who's the administrator for FEMA, said on Twitter that the team was already deployed to the region. President Trump has been briefed about the hurricane and that FEMA has deployed. Now, where is it here? Okay, this is from Pete Gaynor, okay, who is the administrator of FEMA. That's the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Now, he said President Trump has been briefed about the hurricane and that FEMA has deployed stockpiles of response resources and commodities at strategic, I have a hard time saying that word, strategic locations across the Gulf Coast. So basically FEMA, which is our federal organization for a lot of emergencies and whatnot, is the Federal Emergency Management Agency. They've deployed their resources and commodities to this Gulf Coast area around Houston where everybody's going to get hit. And then the Texas Governor, Greg Abbott's got the National Guard setting up already. So this is a good thing, being prepped and ready for when the storm hits here. Okay. Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas, about 80 miles east of Houston, was closed, and its 15,000 students urged to evacuate. And the article goes on a little more about other places in neighboring areas in Texas where they're evacuating around that Gulf Coast area. But yeah, this thing is supposed to get to, when it hits landfall, 80 miles per hour, but it's not going to be the devastation of a lot of rain. Okay, like it's not going to get a lot of rain like previous hurricanes, like Hurricane Harvey. The threat's going to come from these strong winds and the storm itself. I mean, it's still bad, but it's going to dissipate a lot. It's going to be 80 miles an hour when it hits the coast, but then those winds will die down as it gets, as it starts to get into landfall, this hurricane Laura. But yeah, see, that's going to be another issue because when they start setting up shelters and whatnot, is that, and they've had this issue in California, you got to have that social distancing, and some things are going to have to done a lot differently than previous because now you got the virus concerns as well as getting everybody out of that area. They said there were shelters set up in San Antonio, Dallas, and there was another area. And the National Guard, the state of Texas National Guard, the governor has them on their way. And President Donald Trump, working with the FEMA director, has got a lot of resources and commodities going over to the Gulf Coast area. So that's a good thing, when you can prep and get ready and get the people out of the area. That was one bad part with that Hurricane Katrina when it hit Louisiana. A lot of people didn't take warning to that, and they stayed in that area. Now, some people couldn't get out of there. I mean, they could have done a much better job in getting transportation and having places for them to stay. That could be a whole show on what went wrong during Hurricane Katrina, especially after. At any rate, let me set this over here. Any comments or anything anybody want to say about this Hurricane Laura that's going to be hitting Houston, Texas soon? It's going to be about approximately 80 miles per hour. But the nice thing, like I said, they anticipate the storm itself dissipating. Two words and almost alike. They anticipate the storm hitting the coast at 80 miles per hour. But once it makes landfall, it's going to start to dissipate, meaning it's going to die down quite a bit. So it sounds like Hurricane Laura is going to be not as bad as like Hurricane Harvey and some of these in the past. And I like the sounds. We'll see what happens here of all the preparation from the National Guard going there and FEMA and the president working together right now to get resources there. But we'll see. And in the evacuations, get them people out of there as quick as possible. Does anybody have anything to say or any comments on that at all? On the, what is this? Hurricane Laura. Yeah, the forecast. This is from Reuters just today, August 25th. It came out this afternoon, as a matter of fact, the news story there. You've probably seen it, though. It's probably all over ABC World News tonight, or NBC World News tonight. But Hurricane Laura getting ready. I'll get a drink here with my Red Bull, and then I'll get into my next news story here. Anybody have any comments or questions or anything like that about this Hurricane Laura in the Gulf Coast heading for Houston, Texas area? No? Okay. SE2000. I have to look. I saw your channel. Was it like 2 days ago? I know you're a fairly new channel, so I will check out the video about PB the Cool, and I'll let you know on your channel art, SE2000. I just checking the comment here. Well, 5 people. Well, if I start getting more in here, I'll do a check on who's all here in the chat. We can go back to the Price is Right game. I just don't want to do the Price is Right game if I have nobody wanting to participate in it and put it in the chat. So, yeah, if I start getting some more people in here, and I'll ask everybody to do a check on the chat and want to do Price is Right, we can go back to that. No problem. I'll go through the news stories here. One last time, does anybody have any questions or anything they want to say about this Hurricane Laura heading Houston, Texas? If not, I'm going to flip over to my next news story here. No? Okay. All right, here we go. Next story from CNBC website. Let me flip this up here. I printed this up. Okay, here we go. American Airlines is to cut 19,000 jobs when the federal aid expires in October. And I'll get into this. This is basically the president and Congress together when they signed off a while back on part of the COVID-19, stimulus package was to help out major businesses, small businesses, the people, whatnot. But the federal aid money going to the airlines is going to be running out in October, and then massive layoffs are coming. But let me get into this here. American Airlines is planning to cut 19,000 employees in October. That's not good. The carrier expects its fourth quarter capacity to be half of the year ago levels, with travel demand still down. Well, yeah, pretty much a lot of business across the board is way down from last year, but it's half as much as what it was last year. What is it? Airlines have pushed for an extension of $25 billion. And where is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. The airlines have pushed for an extension of $25 billion. That's what they're asking for. American Airlines will cut the 19,000 employees in October when the federal aid that protected those jobs expires as the COVID-19 pandemic continues to devastate travel demand, from the news article. The carrier, meaning American Airlines, said Tuesday that the payroll will have to go on furlough, meaning that furlough is a type of unemployment. It's the same thing as being laid off and unemployment. Basically, the only difference with furlough is employees get to keep their benefits, like their health care, their dental, their medical. So the employer, oops, I got something on my screen here. Okay, sorry about that. The employer will either like pay out of their pocket for their benefits when they're on furlough, or a lot of times furloughs like this is they'll work like 8 hours every 2 weeks, just enough to cover their benefits, and then the rest of their money has to come through unemployment. But it's a type of unemployment, the furlough. But that's what they're getting ready to for most of these 19,000 employees that American Airlines is going to cut. All right, let me go further with this article from CNBC. The Fort Worth, Texas-based airline, which employed more than 140,000 people in March, is prohibited from laying off workers through September 30th under the terms of the $25 billion federal aid package set aside for carriers to weather the worst of the crisis. Okay, so that's the first aid package, and what the airlines are asking for is another aid package in the millions, like this. I'm sorry, in the billions. Where are we here? But demand has only modestly recovered, presenting a dire scenario for airlines. American, meaning American Airlines, said its fourth quarter capacity will be half than a year ago. Okay, that was already in there. I'm sorry, here's a little more to it. And that the international long-haul flights will be just 25% of its 2019 schedule. Wow, so not only is domestic flights down half from 2019, all the international flights from American Airlines, they're only having 25% of what they had from a year ago. That's major, major profit and revenue loss. We have to come to you many times throughout the pandemic, often with sobering updates on a world none of us could have imagined, wrote American Airlines CEO Doug Parker. In a staff note announcing the cuts, today is the hardest message we have had to share so far. The announcement of the involuntary staff reductions is effective October 1st. So the voluntary staff reductions are people that say, okay, well, I've been here 23 years. I was going to work another 5 years, but I'm just going to retire. Or somebody's saying, I got 15 years in, I'm just going to take a partial pension, early retirement. Or, I got another job I could go work. I'm going to leave. This is the airlines coming through and saying, okay, we have to put you out of a job. You're laid off, or we're putting you on furlough, which is basically a type of layoff. Any rate, I'll finish this here for you guys. American Airlines said it expects to have 40,000 fewer employees in October compared with when the pandemic began, the carrier said. The involuntary cuts include furloughs of 17,500 union workers, including flight attendants, pilots, and mechanics. Holy smokes. So right here, they're using this, they're just fancy terms, involuntary cuts, basically layoffs. The layoff cuts and furloughs is a type of layoff. Anyway, I'll just say layoffs for American Airlines of 17,500 union workers. And that's going to encompass flight attendants, pilots, and mechanics, and 1,500 administrative and management jobs. Those are a lot of the white collar type jobs tied in through American Airlines. 1,500 getting cut. Other airlines also warned about job cuts. See, that this is going to be just devastating if there's not another federal aid package that becomes from our president and our Congress. It's an equal thing because our House, well, the House of Representatives and the Senate, our Congress, they control the purse, meaning they control the money, the official sign-off deal. Very few exceptions. And then the president has to sign off on it. If not, then the president has to be rolled over, but I'm not going to get into too far of that. Anyway, let me get back to this. If they're not getting that another federal aid package of like $25 billion, massive layoffs. Okay, I'll finish reading this here. Other airlines have also warned about job cuts. Delta Airlines on Monday, this past Monday, said it plans to furlough 1,941 pilots unless it can reach a cost-cutting agreement with the labor union. United Airlines warned 36,000 employees. Let me flip my sheet over. Last month, their jobs are at risk, but the impact of voluntary programs on final numbers hasn't yet been disclosed. So they haven't really come out with an official number yet, United Airlines, but they're warning an estimated 36,000 jobs getting lost, tied in through United Airlines. So last part here, the labor unions and carriers have urged lawmakers to provide another $25 billion in aid to preserve jobs through March. This proposal has won bipartisan support, but Congress has so far failed to reach another national COVID-19 aid package that could include additional relief for airlines. So basically, our Congress, they haven't reached it. It's got bipartisan support, meaning Republicans and Democrats both support major federal tax dollar aid to the airline industry. However, there's been no second bailout package drafted yet. And if this isn't done by the fiscal year, October 1st, like this article says, massive layoffs, United estimating around 36,000 employees, give or take. Where's the other one here? Delta Airlines said it would be planning to furlough almost 2,000 employees. Furlough's a type of layoff. They just keep their benefits. And then you have American Airlines at 19,000 employees. So if our Congress doesn't come together and get this relief aid package, for the airline industry, massive layoffs. And then that will affect a lot of people with travel. They're not going to be offered as many flights where it's going to go. And they're probably going to be jacking ticket rates up too. So like, for example, Vegas has all the airlines are flying out to Las Vegas. So the flights that do go to Vegas, those tickets are going to be jacked up big time if this federal tax dollar money don't come in to bail them out. And then the other thing, well, this article doesn't get into it, but that's affecting it. You can't load a plane up no more to full capacity like the airlines used to be able to do, and make that money. So now you're only getting about half capacity on these airplanes, what they're currently doing right now. And that's not bringing in enough money and profit. There's a lot of money to be paid out from the airlines, not only maintaining these freaking planes and all the costs associated with it, but all the staff, the employees. So yeah, it's our federal government, our Congress has got to get this thing done by the 1st of October. And that's not the only industry, believe me, that's being affected by this. So until we get these vaccines out and we take care of this COVID-19, the federal government's got to step up and start shelling out some more money to these major industries, businesses, small businesses as well. People are going to get impacted. See, the thing is with a lot of this unemployment, unless they change the rules of the game here coming up, a lot of unemployment's only good for about 6 to 8 months. That's it. Well, when that runs out and there's no freaking jobs, so Yeah, definitely need the bailout package. Does anybody have anything to say here in the chat or any questions on this about the airline industry and these massive layoffs coming up? No? Okay, I got 5 people here. I'll get into my next news story topic here in a second. Finish drinking my Red Bull. Okay. And I got my Snapple over here. Life is good. What I'm going to do, though, I'm going to put it down over here on the coaster. Just getting a drink here. Wet the whistle before I start talking quite a bit and get in my next news story. All right. What do I got on tap here now? Oh, the Sacramento Bee. Sacramento may pay $1,000 to stay at home when infected by COVID-19. Let me bring this out. I did a cut and paste of the article here this is from a newspaper, the Sacramento Bee I got from their website. And this pretty good news story though. I always try to look for stuff that's good because there's just so much negativity with the news. You know, there is good news out there. Just it's unfortunate. You got to do a little more searching for it. Anyway, let me get into this here. And welcome everybody. I got 4 people here. Okay. Dealing with lower income and hourly workers hit by the COVID-19, Sacramento County, that's out in California now, if anyone doesn't know Sacramento County health officials say they are hoping to put together an experimental plan to pay some infected people $1,000 to get them to stay at home from work for 2 weeks to avoid affecting others. Well, you know, that's a good effort. I think the amount should be a hell of a lot more. Anyway, let me read this. The money would represent roughly 2 weeks of pay, about $12.50 an hour for people who might otherwise be tempted to go to work because they can't afford to lose a paycheck and would not qualify for unemployment. That could include undocumented workers too. Undocumented workers is just a euphemism for illegal immigrant, meaning illegal alien, illegal immigrant, someone who's not in the country legally, but they're working. There's legal immigrants. Those are people that have green cards, work visas that are here. Undocumented workers are people that are in the United States illegally. So that's what I'm not going to get into the whole illegal immigration thing. In my opinion, I'm just bringing this up because of what's in the news article, undocumented workers. So some people might be watching like, okay, what exactly is an undocumented worker? Undocumented workers, a legal immigrant / illegal alien. That's what undocumented worker is. Okay, anyway, let me get back to this. At least 2 other California counties, San Francisco and Alameda, have launched similar efforts. Both are in early stages. San Francisco County has distributed 1,286 checks to 394 people so far, officials say. It also provides food for the family and, in some cases, a hotel room to sequester the infected person, meaning the person has COVID-19. Sometimes they'll put them in a hotel room to let them, quarantine for 15 days or whatever it is. Okay, my opinion and thoughts on this. Let me get a drink here. I like the fact that they're doing something. Now, this is for low income and hourly workers. And $12.50 an hour is very low income for the state of California. Because one thing you got to factor in is cost of living. And most of California, I think, is right around the second or third highest state cost of living. I think Hawaii is the first. It's a world of difference what $12.50 an hour can get you working in like Detroit, Michigan. I live just outside Detroit, Michigan, and I work in Detroit versus being in Sacramento, California. So yeah, $12.50 an hour is very low income, especially for California. And now this is the county. What they want to do is say, hey, if someone's got to be off work and they're low income workers, for a week or two, up a week to 2 weeks because it's COVID-19, that they want to implement this program where they can get a quick $1,000, because it's something that they might not be able to get unemployment to. And who knows what especially when you talk small businesses, a lot of them will not pay their workers. It's like, if you're here, we pay you. If you're not, too bad, so sad. Not all, but a lot when it comes to small business. So this is something that would help, but I feel it should probably be about $2,500, or it should be whatever the person's hourly wage is, up to like 15 or $20 an hour, or $25 an hour. So if, let's say, somebody's you have two people and they're both small business workers in Sacramento County, and one makes $12.50 an hour, another one makes $19 an hour. The gentleman then let's say they're both off for 14 days, they got COVID. I feel the person making $19 an hour should be paid and given that relief money at $19 an hour, his or her wage. And if it's $12.50, then the person gets $12.50 an hour. I feel that's, kind of how it should get done. This is not something to it where it's like our stimulus check, where everybody in the county is just going to get $1,000 check. No, this is somebody who's off work because of this COVID-19 and can't come back till they're better. So, yeah. And what stinks is, some people like this, especially small business, they might only get like a week's vacation time every year, or 2 weeks vacation time. And a lot of small businesses don't have paid sick days and whatnot, like unions, so they'll say, oh, you can still keep your job if you're off because of the COVID-19. However, we don't have paid sick days. So what do? They have to either burn up their vacation time, and use that vacation time, or they're just out a week or 2 weeks check. So at least this is something. My only thing, like I'm getting at, is I wish it was more. I got, 2 people left here. And anybody have thoughts or comments on this? No? I'll get a sip of my Snapple and move on. Oh, another person joined, or somebody's off and on. Okay, next story. All right. This is from the BBC website. BBC is the British Broadcasting Corporation. If you see PB the Cool, he'll be able to tell you. Okay. KFC drops Finger Lickin Good slogan amid COVID-19. So they're dropping their slogan, Finger Lickin Good. I'll give you my opinion and thoughts here, but I'm going to read this short news article first. And this is from what I know it's BBC, I told you. August 25th. So that was just yesterday, this news article. Okay, here we go. This is kind of interesting. Global fast food giant KFC, that's Kentucky Fried Chicken, says it's halting its Finger Lickin Good slogan, given the current hygiene advice because of COVID-19 pandemic. So I'll say one more time here. KFC says it's halting its Finger Lickin Good slogan, given, meaning because, the current hygiene advice due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Let me hold off on my opinion. All right, let me keep going with this article. It's not too long. We find ourselves in a unique situation, having an iconic slogan that doesn't quite fit in the current environment. This is the company said, the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Where is it? It has altered its packaging with the phrase obscured, but KFC said the phrase would return when the time is right. So this is not a permanent thing. KFC's making this decision because of this current situation with the COVID-19. The company revealed a new look through YouTube videos saying, that thing we always say, ignore it for now. Okay, well, let me hold off my opinion. Some people commented on social media the slogan was not a healthy healthy hazard, as you were already eating with your own hands. So, okay, some people were commenting on social media that the slogan was not a healthy hazard, a health hazard. It could because people were already eating with their hands. Anyway, but the finger licking good message has caused concern since the pandemic began, meaning the COVID-19 pandemic. In March, that's March of 2020, the Advertising Standards Authority received 163 complaints about the KFC TV ad featured people licking their fingers. And really, 163 complaints ain't squat. I mean, for all of America, please. The complaints considered the ad was irresponsible because they thought it encouraged behavior that might increase the chances of COVID-19 spreading. The ad was withdrawn by KFC. I beg to differ with that big time. Almost done here. KFC, which was founded in 1930s by Harland Sanders, opened its first franchise in the 1950s and has used Finger Lickin Good slogan since then. It dropped the slogan in the late 1990s, but brought it back in 2008. That was interesting. One last piece here to this article, and I'll get into my rant on this. Kentucky Fried Chicken has 22,500 outlets around the world, 900 in the UK and Ireland. It is owned by Yum Brands, which also owns Pizza Hut. So Yum Brands owns Pizza Hut and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Interesting. I got my phone going off. I'll check on that in a second. Who's texting me this late? Okay, Finger Lickin Good slogan being temporarily dropped or suspended by Kentucky Fried Chicken because of COVID-19 concerns. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, my Lord. It's like I heard someone say a long time ago, common sense isn't common. Eating chicken with your fingers has nothing to do with spreading the freaking COVID-19. People have been doing it for years. The only thing it would have to do, but it's a whole different situation. They're not encouraging a group of people to be reaching in the bucket together with their hands. When I've had it, not by myself, but with other people, and there's a bucket of chicken, you get some thongs or a napkin, you grab a few pieces, put it on your plate. How stupid. It's just this reeks just as bad as political correctness sometimes. We're dropping a slogan, Finger Lickin Good. It could spread COVID, and people. What are we putting chicken on a big bowl with our family of like 6 and reaching over with their hands and grabbing it and putting the bucket there? Come on. Even then, if you sat at your dinner table and you put the bucket of chicken right in the middle, and let's say you got a 20-piece bucket and they all reach in with their bare hands and grab it. Oh, come on. They're going to get the freaking COVID-19 anyway. If one of my family members has it and they're sitting at the table with me eating, and I'm worried about finger licking good and licking my fingers, if I'm licking my fingers and I have COVID-19, where's the rationale? I already got COVID-19. Ain't gonna make a damn bit of difference. I mean, this is just as stupid as some political correctness. And these people putting in a complaint, it sends a wrong message. 163 people complain. Now, where is this? The Advertising Standards Authority received 163 complaints. That ain't SHIT. We're not talking about one. If it was like, let's say there was an issue with one Kentucky Fried Chicken location somewhere like in Detroit, Michigan, or Atlanta, Georgia. And they said, oh, there's something going on with this location. 163 complaints. Yeah, that really means something. Something needs to get done, or the issue needs to get addressed. But we're talking nationally, meaning all across the United States. 163 people complain. Man, I'm telling you, don't matter. I'll promise you this. You could take any of my YouTube videos, all right, and we could get a room of, let's say, 10,000 people, all right, somewhere, or let's say it's watched by 10,000 people. Of course, I probably have 163 people that would say I don't like it or they're complaining about something. Oh, my Lord, how stupid. They're complaining about the slogan, Finger Lickin Good. And then two, it ain't going to make a damn bit of difference. If people are used to bringing their Kentucky Fried Chicken home and putting it on the dinner table and grabbing it with their hands and eating, you think you'll say, oh, don't do that. Get the tongs and set it carefully on a plate, and then we'll get a fork and knife and use that. Oh, come on. And even a lot of places like at work. Okay, before this virus outbreak, all right, let's say at a workplace, let's say a tool and die shop or a car dealership, and people spring in together with money and say, hey, go pick up a 20-piece Kentucky Fried Chicken and some biscuits and this and that. We're going to have a great lunch together. And they all huddle up in what's the word I'm looking for? Not cafeteria, or like the break room, like a break room or a cafeteria. And they're sitting near each other and reaching the bucket, or, a lot of times they'll have the tongs anyway, or they'll grab a napkin and pull the chicken out. Bro, hello, wake up. What's that Back to the Future movie? Never where he goes like this. McFly, wake up, McFly. People are social distancing. They're not sitting together in the workplace, shoulder to shoulder, eating food, especially when they have to take their mask off to drink and eat. So when it's like political correctness is similar to it. We're going to take out Finger Lickin Good. This is not a great message during the the COVID-19. Come on, I'm ranting on this for just a little bit, but just stupid. Come on, man. Don't they have some people high up in Kentucky Fried Chicken with master's degrees? They're being paid money. Say, you know what? This is all just a bunch of nonsense. 163 people across the country made a complaint about the slogan, Finger Lickin Good. It ain't going to change anything, how people eat or what they do with their chicken. Just dumb. Just stupid. Only thing I could say with this, I don't want to say the only thing. The best thing I could say about this right now, sometimes in life, common sense isn't common. Oh, let me get my Snapple here, everybody. Okay, last news story on tap. Oh, before I get to my last news story here, is this it, or I got another one? Oh, I got two more. Stories here, news stories. This one will be pretty interesting. Just breaking news here about George Floyd. Any rate, I got 4 people on the live. Did anybody have any comments or anything you want to say about this Kentucky Fried Chicken dropping their slogan, Finger Lickin Good, because of the COVID-19 outbreak, or in my rant? No? Okay. Well, I'm going to get one more sip here and I'll get into my news story. Okay, here we go. This is pretty big news here, all right? This comes out of the Washington Examiner. I'm sure there's some other Associated Presses, as well as the mainstream media, is going to be getting on this. This just came out today at 9 p.m. Okay, the Medical Examiner, George Floyd may have a fatal level of fentanyl in his system. Listen up, this is big, and I mean big. Okay, they Hennepin, Hennepin County, So this is the county, I guess, Minnesota's in. All right. Anyway, the county medical examiner said that a fentanyl overdose may have been the cause of George Floyd's death, court documents suggest. Why is this big news? Remember what George Floyd was begging for his life to breathe? Okay. If the medical examiner's office says that the cause of death, which I'm going to get into right here, was from fentanyl, it's going to be very hard for these murder charges to stick on these police officers. Do I got your attention now? Hello? See, you're not getting this much on mainstream media, or they're going to be a couple days behind. Big news here. I'm getting a little emotional about this anyway. I don't say emotional, worked up. 3 people in here. You're going to be first to know. Info Spot 411 YouTube channel. You know it. I'm having fun. It's late at night. All right, here we go, everybody. You're going to want to hear this. Where is it here? The chief county medical examiner, Dr. Andrew Baker, said there was no physical evidence suggesting that Mr. Floyd died of asphyxiation. According to documents obtained by the court as part of a lawsuit from one of the officers in the Floyd's arrest. Did you hear that? And let me, you heard it, all right? But I'm going to break this down for you. All right. The county medical examiner, Dr. Andrew Baker, said there was no physical evidence suggesting Mr. Floyd died of asphyxiation. Asphyxiation is choking, loss of oxygen and air. So when he said, I can't breathe, hold me up. Well, guess what? When the medical examiner's office, if they come out and the autopsy report shows that he died of fentanyl and not asphyxiation, that changes the whole freaking game, guys. So while you got everybody out here marching and ranting and raving, which, some of it is justified, this is big news and it's not being talked about. It changes the whole game. If this documentation comes out of the medical's office and says that George Floyd did not die from asphyxiation, now you can't stick these police officers, okay, especially the one that had the knee on his neck, with a murder charge. Because guess what? He died from fentanyl. Fentanyl is a synthetic heroin. But when I'm saying it changed the game, doesn't mean they're completely get off. But if they factually prove that it wasn't him dying from choking and breath, that it was the heroin, the fentanyl that George Floyd was on that killed him, well, now it might be a manslaughter charge where that becomes like because the officer's neglect. All right. And it is a fact the officers did not render aid when they were obligated to. They did not follow procedure during an arrest. When a suspect is no longer a threat and detained, i.e. in handcuffs, you can't continue to hold them down. So that's going to be brought up in the court trial. But where the defense is going to come through for these officers is say, hey, wait a minute. He didn't die from choking, so we didn't kill him. He died from fentanyl. But now where I'm saying it changes the game is he might have been fine on that fentanyl if he wasn't physically exerted, meaning like he wasn't thrown on the ground, his heart rate didn't go up because of the situation. So anyway, let me finish reading this, okay? Dr. Andrew Baker said if Mr. Floyd had been found dead in his home or anywhere else and there were no other contributing factors, he would have concluded that it was an overdose death. Woo! Baker's final determination listed Floyd's death as a homicide because of the actions of the officers who restrained Floyd by kneeling on his neck. Okay, so they're saying that it was a homicide, meaning a murder, because the officers put his knee on his neck. But now what's really going to come out for the defense, meaning the defense attorney representing the officers involved with Floyd's death, is going to be, what was the official rule of death? Was it asphyxiation, him choking, loss of breath because the officer had his knee on his neck, or was it from the fentanyl? So, but it says here, I'll read this one more time. Baker, who's Dr. Andrew Baker, said that Floyd's death as a homicide because of his actions of the officers restrained Floyd by kneeling on his neck. Yes. And it says here, the Armed Forces medical examiner also determined that Floyd's death was a homicide. Okay. And then last piece of this article, the June 1st memorandum noted that additional tests were still underway to complete the autopsy. An autopsy conducted on behalf of Floyd's family determined that the cause of death to be asphyxia, meaning asphyxiation, as a result of the restraint used by the officers. But see, here's probably what's going to come out with this trial to come is you can have George's family, the autopsy report and where they had that done and who did it. But then you'll have the official medical examiner's office. And then a lot of times too, attorneys could file that paperwork. They have it reviewed by another medical examiner. So they're going to have to determine the official rule of death. And why is that important? Now, take out the feelings and emotions of this thing, okay, for a few minutes here. If you're watching this now or you watch this later on one of my broadcasts, is that this changes the ball game as far as what the police officers can be prosecuted with. Because if the rule, if the official death, meaning the official cause, the official cause of death is not asphyxiation, and it is from the fentanyl, which is a synthetic heroin, then that changes those type of charges. Whew. So this is going to be something interesting, and I think that we'll see. When this trial comes about, especially during this pandemic, is it going to come this winter, next spring? But I think there's going to be a lot of motion filing. And there's going to be a lot of back and forth, and the courts are going to have to decipher, okay, what is the actual official rule of cause of death of Floyd? Because you're going to have some over here that are going to say, like we saw on TV, say it's asphyxiation because the officer's actions, he died from, lack of air. But then if you have an official medical examiner's report that says, no, the actual official cause of his death was fentanyl, because he had some, I don't know, what was it? It was a counterfeit bill or something he was cashing, but I didn't know anything about what drugs I didn't hear anything about drugs he was using or had. Now, fentanyl could have been used before this whole situation happened, like a half hour before or whatever. But fentanyl is a very, very dangerous narcotic. Too much of it, boom, it'll kill someone. That's why they've had major changes the past few years on this. But anyway, I have to keep going on and on. But yeah, this is going to get really interesting when this court trial comes up, because I'm anticipating, not meaning that I want it to happen, but I'm just anticipating what will happen is the defense attorneys for these officers and in the prosecutor's office, they're really going to go back and forth, and it'll probably come down to a judge's ruling is what was the official cause of death for George Floyd, because one side's going to say it was the fentanyl, and then another side, like we saw on TV, you'll say no, it was some asphyxiation, and he wasn't able to breathe. So those officers are in trouble anyway, big trouble, which they deserve. Don't get me wrong, okay? And that's my opinion. They deserve that just from on TV. They a couple of them there belong in jail for life. But yeah, this is going to get interesting here, because this is going to be the thing that's going to be probably fought in the court for a while. This is the Washington Examiner. I printed this off from the website here, the Washington Examiner, and over here. So, yeah. So we'll see. Wow. That we'll see what happens with that. You know, I see, I usually it takes a trial about a good 6 months or so after, especially when it's a major criminal trial. And that's to give the defense attorney and his or her clients time to gather up all the evidence they need, as well as the prosecutor's office, and they already have cases underway. But this might be a little bit longer with this George Floyd incident, especially with this the COVID-19 outbreak. But yeah, this will be interesting. I'm going to pay close attention here and keep an eye out if I see any more news articles or updates on this. You know, as far as this one medical examiner saying that fentanyl is a cause of death, but then the other medical examiner saying no, it was asphyxiation, and what officially would get used. So, I mean, it's just heartbreaking. It was sickening anyway. Whether the officers were white, black, Hispanic, or whatever color George Floyd could be too, just human compassion. And especially someone who puts on a badge, and all police officers have this in common, period. The first thing they do is they raise their hand and they swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States. And like I've talked about this briefly before, but I'll bring it up a little bit again since I'm on this subject and with the news article, is that the problems with that, yeah, he was, in my opinion, he was murdered from the actions of that police officer. Now, whether or not he had too much fentanyl in the system and it was that physical exertion of trying to fight that officer on the ground and who had the knee on his neck, or was it just flat out he got choked to death because how the officer had him positioned? You know, it was the officer's actions that killed Floyd. And two other officers, I look at that as manslaughter and neglect, because they could step in and say, hey, pick him up off the ground. And when he doesn't reply back, you know, you can grab your coworker. One police officer can't arrest another is in the same freaking department and say, hey, you know, you can deal with me later, but I want him sitting up and on the ground. Because here's two major things. One is every police officer has to render aid. Okay. Only one exception to that. When someone is in need. And meaning if someone says, I can't breathe, my chest hurts, they have to render aid or see to it that, you know, aid comes. If it's an aid they can't render. He was able to render aid and he chose not to. How does he render aid? By picking him up off the ground and sitting him up on the cement near the squad car, standing him up by the squad car. He's already handcuffed. Okay. The other major problem with this, you know, looking at it, taking feelings and emotion out of it, is when a suspect of a crime is handcuffed and they're no longer a threat, you can't continue to hold them on the ground, put your knee in the back of the neck. Now, the scene was not an unsafe scene for the police officers. Now, if the scene was unsafe and that was the only option the officer had at the time, but he wasn't being surrounded by a bunch of people and he had his other police officers there watching his back. So there's no rhyme or reason to keep your knee on his neck and keep him on that ground, period. It is your job. They're taught that in the freaking police academy. Anytime a suspect is no longer a threat and they're detained, you can't keep them on the ground like that. You got to put them in the back of a car or stand them up. There's a few exceptions. If the scene is unsafe or they determine that the suspect is a flight risk. But the thing is, he's detained. He can't go nowhere with those handcuffs. It's not like he's going to run away and the scene was unsafe. So that and the refusal to render aid, they're really up SHIT creek with that. But the interesting thing with this article, like I say, that just broke this news to broke, and our terrible news media is not talking much about it, is one medical examiner saying the cause of death now is from this fentanyl. And then you have other medical examiners saying, no, it's asphyxiation, it's choking. So this is going to get argued in the courts. Oh boy. Anyway, that my personal thing, I feel it belongs in jail for life. Now, there was one officer, I can't remember, it's 4 that were charged, but I believe 1 should not be charged because when he showed up on the scene, he walked like a block over, and his job was just to make sure the scene was safe. So, if let's say a few people came walking over with guns, or there's a mob of people coming, that he's watching that area, and he did not see anything going on with the Michael Floyd. But those 3 officers, yeah, all 3 should be charged, because anytime you're in the same department, you could easily say, hey, I don't care if you're the senior officer or whatever, pick them up, put them on the ground, but that'll come out in court. Anyway, any comments or anybody want to say anything about this new story with Michael Floyd here in the medical examiner's office? Anything? I'm going to get a drink of my Snapple, and I got some a real funny news story here to lighten the mood here, okay? I know we've had this it's just been sad news after sad news, from the airline companies laying off people to the news story here of Floyd in the medical examiner's office. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, thank you to everybody liking up my live. I appreciate it. I see 5 people on here, but or 4 now. I'll just save the Price is Right game for another live broadcast I do when everybody participates. And I, get more people on here, no problem. That's just how it goes. Some nights I'll have 10 or 12 people in here and 6 or 8 participating in the, the Price is Right game. And I'll go ahead and I'll roll with it. And then, other nights, just not too many people. So, oh, well. Before I get into this funny news story out of North Carolina, my next live broadcast will be this Saturday. I'll be doing a morning show. Saturday morning, about 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone here in America. So about 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. this Saturday, I'll be doing the morning show. My work schedule's changing, so I'm going to be transitioning into some morning shows again. So I just have to work with what my work schedule is and what my free time is. And I'll be doing late night shows, when it's feasible and I'm able to do them, as well as I'll be doing morning shows. But coming up here for the next week or so, I'm going to be doing the morning shows because that's what I have to work with. So my next live broadcast will be this Saturday at 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Oh, yes, the morning show will be back. Okay, everybody. Let me flip this over. Let me get into this funny news story here to lighten the mood. Okay, here we go. This is from North Carolina. All right, and this is it just came out today, or August 25th, or yesterday. All right, UPI website. They put all the odd news, funny news stories in there. North Carolina law. I'm going to slow down. North Carolina lottery drawing comes up 999. So that's 4 9s. The 4-digit lottery leading to 1,303 winners. Excuse me. So North Carolina. I got to get some Snapple. All this talking. Got to wet the whistle. Okay, North Carolina lottery drawing comes up 9999, leading to 1,303 winners. So the 4-digit came up all 9s. There's people that, play those kind of numbers. Anyway, the North Carolina now I guess is what it's called. The North Carolina Education Lottery said there was a total of 1,303, 5,000 top prize winners when the number combination came up 9999, which is 4 nines. In the Carolina pick 4 drawing. We call them here in my state of Michigan, they call it the daily 3 and the daily 4 drawing. But in North Carolina, it's called the pick 4 drawing. So, wow, just a little over 1,300 people won $5,000 because it came out all nines. That's cool. Lottery officials said the 1,303 people won 5,000 top prize, and 1,095 people won the 2,500 second prize when the 4 nines were drawn Monday night. Oh, okay. The lottery said a total of 9.2 million in prizes were won Monday night with this drawing of all nines, setting a new record for a single pick 4 drawing. Officials said winners have 180 days to claim their prizes. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool that, there's a lot of people that are, I imagine there's a lot of people that'll probably play a ticket like, 55555 or 000, or 9009. But anyway, all nines. So that's just over 1,300 people are getting a nice lottery prize of $5,000. I look at it this way, man. The state, each state, they make out like freaking bandits on these lotteries that's why they got all these freaking lotteries. They make out like bandits. So you know what? Good. I'm happy for all 1,300 people in North Carolina. Enjoy your money, whether you use it to pay some bills, get a new car, work done in your car, put it in your bank account, whatever. $5,000 they're getting. Good job, man. Awesome. That's some really great news, But anyway, yeah, with these state lotteries, that's why they have so many. A lot of these states have so many of these freaking different lottery tickets, and they're coming out with all these different lottery games. They make out like bandits selling this crap. I always just say it's pretty much like, for every one person that wins a big lottery prize, there's hundreds of thousands of people in that state that didn't win squat. So, yeah, that's why they got, like, in my state of Michigan, we got the Michigan State Lottery. We have the Keno game. We got the Daily 3, the Daily 4. What was it? Fantasy 5 drawing. Then it's the Michigan Lottery Lotto 47. And then we're in those two joint state lotteries, the Powerball and the Mega Millions. Then on top of that, in the state of Michigan where I live, the Michigan State Lottery has the daily 3-digit and the daily 4-digit set up twice a day. They have an afternoon pick at 12 p.m. Then they have an evening pick. I believe it's at 7 p.m. So they a lot of these people, man, they really get into this lottery. So they're making double on this. They're making double, like out like bandits on the lottery. The state is, especially selling this daily 3 and daily 4 twice a day. Now, it didn't say here the North Carolina Education Lottery. I guess that's the official name of the system. If they're pick 4 drawing, that's the lottery drawing. In Michigan, we call it the daily 4. Any rate, is twice a day, like an afternoon and evening draw, or is it once a day? But excuse me. Yeah, that's the states make out like bandits. So I'm thrilled and I'm real happy for these people. 1,300 some people in the state of North Carolina that are going to be collecting $5,000. So hopefully they don't go back and blow the money on a bunch of more lottery stuff. I hope they take at least half that money and either put it in the bank or spend it on something that is a necessity, like getting their car fixed or paying some past due bills with their house or apartment, whatever, but yeah, I'd love $5,000. That'd help me out too. So hold on. I'm just grabbing all my stuff here. Hey, does anybody have anything to say about this? Where is it here? This lottery drawing in North Carolina. Any comments on it or anything you want to say? As well as the other news stories, I'm here. I'm going to roll into general conversation. If anybody wants to talk about anything in here, general conversation. I'm open to talking about these news stories or anything else that's been brought up tonight in the broadcast. Let me move all this done. What I'll probably do is the Price is Right game. I'll do that on another late night show, or I might do it on a morning show. I'll save it for a late night show. That's usually when I like to do my my games and my trivia, and I'll wait till I get more people on the broadcast and want to participate in it. Oh, no action in there. I'll do another message here. Hello, who is all here? I show 4 people in, but some people might, I know, are good supporters and of my channel and will come in and log on. But yeah, any rate, the Price is Right game. I'll run that on another late night show broadcast when I have some more people, and then especially actively participate in the chat. That's just how things go. You know, some nights I get a lot of people, some nights I don't. So yeah, when I get a night with more people on the chat in the late night broadcast, I'll bring up the Price is Right game again. Where is it? Oh, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday morning. I'm going to do another more live broadcast. I'll do a morning show. I'm going to go back because of my work schedule again. I'm going to get back into the morning show here for a little while. So yeah, hopefully I see you this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone. So if you're over in California, the Pacific Time Zone, I believe you're 3 or 4 hours behind me. There's the Central, Mountain, and Pacific time zones, but I'm in the Eastern time zone here in Detroit. So 10 a.m. this Saturday, Eastern Standard Time Zone, I will be doing the morning show, and I'll get some more topics and stuff to talk about. Oh, yes. If anyone has a question or a suggestion for my morning show coming up, my live broadcast, whether it's a morning show, late night show, anyway, you can contact me. My email is infospot411, all no space, no gaps, infospot411 at yahoo.com. I think that's how the commercial used to go for Yahoo. Anyway, if you go on my YouTube channel, just click the About tab. And they'll say like channel, playlist, all that good stuff. Where's my pen? I like to use this when I point. Just click on the About tab on my YouTube channel, and my email address is posted right there. So if you have a question, you got a comment, concern, anything, you want to talk to me in private, just shoot me an email, infospot411 at yahoo.com. And I check my email 2 to 3 times a week. So I will definitely get back with you. So if there's anything you want to say that, you don't want to put in a comment for everyone to read or in my live chat, just hit me up on my email. No problem. I was going to do a video. It's Wednesday already, like Wednesday afternoon or Thursday. I was going to do a Price is Right winners and contestants video. But I don't know if it was weird tonight when I did the first item and I had 4 or 5 people in here and they guessed an amount and they got on the live chat. And I got to the second item of the game, and then I couldn't get anybody to put in anything. And I haven't had nothing on the chat so far. So what I want to do is I'll do the game again on another late night show. I have one person who was a winner on the first question, Mike 4VP. What I'll do when I do the Price is Right game again, Mike 4VP, I will put you in that video because you got one answer right tonight. But I'm not going to put out do a whole video here. Basically like a shout out, a YouTube channel exposure video. No one wants to play the game, so no big deal. I'll get it another night. But what I am going to do, if you're watching this live or you're on here with me right now, instead of Thursday, Wednesday afternoon or evening, that's probably Wednesday afternoon, okay? I have everything set. I just have to edit some of the video. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to drop my bad drivers video. And I spent like close to a month doing this. Now, it wasn't like every night or day. It's just I average about 3 days a week, sometimes 4 days a week. I had a tripod, which, I mean, I have a tripod, and I set it up in my car, and I got a Sony Handycam. I love those Sony Handycams. So anyway, I put the tripod in my car between my two seats, and I put my camera, and here's like my car window here, and it's just set up right here, looking right out, and I set it so it goes out over the dash. But at any rate, you're going to see you're going to see bad drivers. Like I said before, the aggressive drivers, the distracted drivers, the dumb drivers. And what I think you're going to like about this is that you're going to feel like you're in the passenger seat with me. Because not only is the camera looking out the window, okay, I'm talking. You're going to hear me. And it'll be something simple as this. It'll be like, hey, look at this idiot in the blue Chevy pickup truck. And he just cut me off. And then he cut off the car next to me. Or, I'll be like, holy smokes. I got some stuff in here. Like, look at the vehicle over here. It's driving with its freaking headlights off. Oh, yeah. I got one, a car cuts off a freaking ambulance. But not only you're going to feel like you're sitting in that passenger seat with me with this bad driver's video, I'm going to be talking. It's going to give you that feeling like you're sitting right in the car with me, and you're going to, I filmed some pretty wild stuff here. You name it. I got it on there. The only thing I don't have on there, well, a couple things. I didn't get a drunk driver filmed. I mean, but knock on wood for that. Really, it's not something I would really be like, come on, I need to film I don't have no drunk driver film for the video, or I don't have an actual accident. But let me get a drink of Snapple. Any rate, where was I here with the bad drivers video? I'm going to drop this this afternoon. It'll probably take me an hour to get it together and upload it. It was something I'm just lost a train of thought, so bear with me for a second, everybody. Man, when I was at any rate, when I filmed it, that's what I meant to say. Okay, I got it. I lost my train of thought for a second when I reached down and was drinking my Snapple. I'm talking so fast, and I'm kind of excited because it's been a lot of weeks of filming to get this thing done. But where I got kind of the idea from this is some of these videos have really blown up on YouTube and do well. And I've watched some of these things, from like the Russian car crash videos to like some of these aggressive driving videos, even on social media, some of these crazy things people do when they're driving. But one thing I don't like that a lot of people on YouTube do is there's nothing wrong in watching someone else's content and saying, I can do this better, or I can do this a little different, and I'll post it. But what a lot of people do, and they're just lazy, is someone will put out like some of the world's craziest drivers, or like unbelievable car crashes, and they didn't film a freaking thing. They didn't put an ounce of work into it. All they do is they go to other YouTube videos, okay, and they grab their content. So somebody will have, like, let's say a video of like, aggressive drivers, and it's a bunch of drivers speeding and doing crazy things. So they'll go on their video, and the video might be, let's say, 25 minutes. They'll grab a couple clips from there, and then they'll get like about 15 different videos, let's say, and grab pieces from all these different videos, and they'll put it together in like a montage on a video on their channel, and then they'll name it like unbelievable crazy drivers or the world's craziest drivers. And all it is they stole other people's content. Now, yeah, they do get in some copyright trouble, but then some of them get caught doing it and some don't. But this is everything you're going to see in this bad drivers video. I filmed. It's all me. I've been filming. I think I started doing this around like July 20th to 23rd or 4th. It was just after the 20th of July I started filming it. And here we are, August 26th. Yeah. So I wanted to make this bad drivers video as well. I want to make it where it's not going to be something real short, and I just went out and got 4 or 5 different things that happened, and I slap it up, and it's only like 5-6 minutes, and people just as they start to get into it, it's over. But on the flip side, I also didn't want to make this freaking video where it's like an hour long, and somebody says, okay, I'm liking this, is pretty cool, and they get 25 minutes, a half hour into it, and it's like, oh, I can't take this, another half hour, I'm seeing. So I figured like 25 minutes, a half hour is the perfect time. And I've been all my video clips, writing down how many minutes they are and then factoring that in there. So anyway, it's going to be roughly around like close to a half hour. And check it out. Even if you don't watch the whole thing, I think you're going to like it, even if you watch 5 minutes or 10 minutes of it. I hope you watch the whole video. But if you don't, it'll be a little different than a lot of these other car videos, from just moving my computer here. It'll be different from some of these other car videos that, from car crash videos to some of these like crazy drivers, road rage videos. Now, some things I didn't get because I can only put in the video what I film. I didn't have any major road rage incidents, where a couple people are pulled off on the side of the road and fighting over or something, or I didn't film any accidents. Thank God I didn't film any drunk drivers, come across them. But like I say, I got a lot of different things in there, and I went out. I mean, a lot of this is at nighttime and as well as the daytime. And there's also something else I'm putting in that film. In my video, I had a deer that almost hit my car. A little fawn deer was up on a hill here. I'll try to get this so you can kind of see it. But anyway, the road's going this way, okay? And along the road, I'll put my pen down. The hill is like this. There's a little sidewalk here. Then the hill kind of goes up like that. But there were trees, and the trees are all growing out, so it's tough to see what's within those trees. And this little fawn deer I didn't see till last second, and the thing, instead of like stop and wait for my car to go, decides it's going to jump out just as my car's coming up. But thank God the speed limit was 40, and I happened to only be doing like 34, 35. So I was able to stop in time from creaming this little deer, this little fawn deer, and having having my bumper all messed up and everything. But that's one other reason too. Certain places you don't want to be speeding real fast. You get an animal that comes out in the road, especially like a deer, you can get some trouble there. Oh, you know what? Let me, I got my light here going dim. Give me 1 second. I'm going to change out my light. Move my chair here. 1 second, everybody. There we go. All right, back in business. I've showed this a few times. I got to move my chair around. I get my feet. It looks like on TV, but I have this dresser that sticks out where my TV is for the Price is Right game that I was going to do. And anyway, I don't have a world room. I'll just go over this again. This is the battery I got here. And these usually I get about an hour and a half to hour and 15 minutes on the batteries here for my light. So yeah, when I do my live broadcast, I got to change it out. But man, I love this freaking light. I've talked about this a number of times because it has a plastic frost guard that keeps that like glare out of your eyes, and it's got like a little adjuster, and I got it on as bright as it can go. The other thing I like is it's with the battery power deal. I can set this thing up freaking anywhere, and I don't have to worry about running a cord. And do I got an outlet available? Because I already got my computer and another lamp over here. A lot of stuff plugged in the outlet, so they're nice. I know a popular thing, and there's nothing wrong with it. Let me get a sip of my Snapple. A popular thing is those ring lights. They're the fluorescent round like tube lights. Well, they're not fluorescent. I think it's an LED. It looks like a fluorescent bulb that goes around, but I believe it's a LED. These ring lights, and they're great. But I like the rectangle square LED lights. And anyway, yeah, these are the battery. Here's the battery that goes in it right here. If you go on my video, eBay deals, I think there was a seller. He had 1 or 2 left, and you can get them on Amazon as well. But the reason I'm just saying eBay deals. If you go on that video, in the description box, I have a thing about the lights and this camera light that I'm using. And I got a link to Amazon as well as eBay. Or if you want to go on yourself, that's fine as well. But I talk about it and I show you a picture of the actual light here. And it was just shy of $50. But here's the thing. The light itself you can get for like 30 some bucks. But with the $50 package, you get the carrying case, the protective case for the LED light. You get 2 batteries. Then you get a battery charger. I got it down in my bedroom, but it's like a little flat thing, and I got to bring it up here so you can see it. Here's the battery, but the battery charger sits, like this, and you just insert, and you can charge up the 2 batteries at a time. It's usually like about a couple hours when they're completely dead, or about 3 hours to charge these up when they're completely dead. Like this one is just about dead on me because the light will get real, real dim. So anyway, yeah, something worth thinking about getting. If you do live broadcasts or you shoot videos and you're thinking of some lighting, I highly recommend these LED lights. I think it's called the Newer brand light, and you get the whole kit for just under $50. Now you got to buy a tripod. I think that's how I said, tripod. Anyway, I got 2 tripods. I bought one at Walmart when I first started getting into YouTube, and I bought this other great one, and it's in that same video, eBay deals. But yeah, the tripod you got to buy separate. But yeah, I highly recommend getting one of these nice LED lights, or even though, I mean, the ring lights are nice as well, but either one is perfect. And then sometimes for extra lighting, what I did, let me show you this. I don't want to glare that right in my webcam, but I got this thing, Walmart.com. It was like $10.99, I think, or just $10, $9.99 or $10.99. I bought it last winter. I got 3 of these lights. Oh, I got 2 of these, and I got one of those ones where it clips on. You can clip it on to the edge of a desk or a chair. But here's what I like about these things. You buy these cheap desk lamp lights. You buy these cheap desk lamp lights. Look at this, how I'm flexing it. You can angle this wherever you need it. So let me put this back over here, angle this up. But you buy those LED lights that are 100 watts. And I got the Walmart brand ones. I got them over in my box over here, as a matter of fact. But you get those LED 100-watt bulbs, and they don't even draw anything close to 100 watts, but they put out close to 100 watts. Off a couple of these cheap desk table lights. I got to say that slowly. But yeah, go on the Walmart website, and you get these cheap desk lamp desk lamps, and they are perfect lights. Especially you want the ones that flex, and you can move it. So when you plug it in and you're doing a video, your broadcast, you could set up the cheap $10 desk lamp light, with that, I don't want to say the head of the light, but the base of it, you can angle it to go up if you need it, or go to the side, which is perfect, So that's something to keep in mind too for shooting your videos or doing your live broadcast. There's my battery. Get the LED light, or get yourself a nice desk lamp light. And just, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, I would suggest just going right on the Walmart website and looking up desk lamps, and they got a couple of the different ones there where they're like around $10, and get those 100-watt bulbs, and then that'll give you plenty of freaking lighting. I wear my sunglasses, by the way, when I'm sitting here on the other side, because I'm so close to the camera, and way I got to set up the lighting, because some of that lighting, when it gets like right in my eyes, it's almost like I got to squint. So that's why I think I mentioned that before. Some of my broadcasts, I'll put my sunglasses on when depending where I'm at, because that lighting is, right in on me. I've even done it in a few of my videos when that light's right on me. I put my shades on. I got 5 people. Oh, does anybody have a question or anything they want to say, or something they might want to talk about before I end the broadcast here tonight? I appreciate everybody who showed up. I really, really do. Like I say, my next live broadcast will be this Saturday morning, 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., the morning show. I'll be doing that. And tomorrow, I'm excited. We didn't get to the Price is Right game. No problem. I got it saved on PowerPoint. We'll do it another night. I am going to step it up from Thursday, and I'm going to do it tomorrow. It'll probably take me an hour just to go over it and piece everything together. I got all the video clips and do the video, but I'm going to release this. I've been working on it a long time, this bad drivers video. So check it out. It'll be out tomorrow. I'll probably get it out tomorrow afternoon, bad drivers. And the morning show, I probably won't be doing the Price is Right game, but what I'll do is, I get enough people come in, I'll do a tribute video if I can get, a good amount of people that come in. I just don't want to do a tribute video or Price is Right winners and contestants video if I only have like 2 people and go through all that headache of making the video. But anyway, I'll probably do a tribute video depending on, everyone that shows up Saturday morning for my morning show. No problem. I like to make my live broadcast about you guys as well, because without you guys showing up and watching my broadcasts, I might as well speak to the spider on the wall behind the TV here, or the fly on the wall, so I try to do what I can to give back. I'm not big money where I'm going to be able to go out and go buy $500 Amazon gift cards. I know some people do that with their channels, but then again, some of these people either have got a lot of money in the first place, or they're making big money off their YouTube channel, and they'll do like these $500 Amazon gift card giveaways. So, but I think it's also a good thing. So, because money is nice, but especially for the YouTube creators, it really helps getting exposure as well as networking, and doing like a shout out type video, a tribute video when I do the winners contestants video. It's also about getting that exposure, putting it out. I mean, there's a number of different things to do, but I try to do that, or my tribute video. And it's just my way of, coming back and saying thanks, especially the people I see here that come on my live chats. You're the ones I'm mostly going to go to and watch your stuff in full, leave likes and comments, and take care of. I did a thing making money on YouTube, and one thing I ranted and raved about is some people like go to these big YouTube channels because of type of content. Now, okay, that's cool. And then I gave an example. There's a guy, and some of his stuff is funny. Does Jack Vale? He's in the millions with subscribers. He does like these fart pranks, and it's funny watching people's reaction. That's cool. But here's my point. Okay. Jack Vale, Oh, that's what I was like. What went black? Jack Vale. When I watch one of his, let's say, a 15-minute video, and it's a funny fart prank video. When I comment on his video, I'm not going to get him to come to my channel, subscribe to my channel, or come back and watch one of my videos and help me out either with watch time or subscription. I am lucky. I'd be very, very lucky if I'd even get like a reply back from him or a comment. So what my point is, especially your small YouTuber, focus more on what time you spend on YouTube going to other small YouTuber channels. And especially when you leave a comment on one of their videos, that's when you can start networking with other people. And as well, that small YouTubers, most likely when they see that you're coming regularly to the channel and watching the videos, they're going to be the ones to say, oh, wow, this looks interesting. He mentioned it on his live broadcast, bad drivers video. Let me watch this for a little bit. Ed over here at InfoSpot 411 YouTube channel. My name's Ed. But that's my point. You want to focus your time. If you're interested in, you're a creator and you're building your channel up, you want to focus your time networking and what time you're on YouTube, going to these other small YouTubers, especially the ones that come on your chats and that are comment on your videos, watch them in full and thumbs. Like another thing that drives me crazy, and I'll mention this in a second. My Snapple here. I've noticed this a few times, okay? I've seen someone do, not someone, I've seen people or channels, okay? I've seen some YouTube channels. They do a freaking like shout out video or, you know, basically a type of shout out tribute video, any rate. And they do it. And they say, oh, well, this person, I'll give an analogy here, an example. Okay, let's say somebody does their YouTube channels on automotive repair and mechanics, all right? So they'll shout out 3 or 4 other YouTube channels and say, oh yeah, this guy, he's all about auto parts and saving good deals on auto parts. And it's called Jerry's Garage, similar to my channel. Check him out, check him out, check him out. But here's what I'm getting at, everybody, okay? And take this to heart. You're shouting out these different channels, okay, because you like this content, all right? That I get that somewhat, but here's the problem. Those 10 or 12 people that have watched your previous 3 or 4 videos, you're not shouting them out. If anything, you need to shout out and you need to be appreciative and thanking the people that are watching your stuff, coming on your live broadcast, you know, dropping those likes and helping you out. Just because someone has some really cool content and it's similar to yours, don't be shouting them out. That's stupid. Take care of the people that are taking care of you. Those are the people that you need to shout out. Those are the people you need to thank and need to appreciate. You know, it's just as similar. I watch some of these. I don't say some. I've watched several of these YouTube videos. Okay. And they say, yeah, like, share, subscribe, share me out. And they mention it 3 or 4 times. And not once did I hear thank you or I would really appreciate it. Not once. Now, it is proven, okay, it is proven by YouTube statistically. I have to say that slowly. It is proven statistically. I have to say it real slowly. I stutter that word. That when you mention subscribe in your video, it gets a lot of people to subscribe that are not subscribed to your channel. You know, it percentage wise, the people that watch your video that are not subscribed, you're more likely to get them to subscribe to you when you mention subscribe in your video. But here's a key, okay? You can still mention subscribe in your video. You could thank people, which if you notice, if you watch some of my videos, I say, I'd like to take a second here, or I didn't even say take a second. I said, I'd like to, a big thank you. Your connection was unstable. Okay, I got a little unstable connection, apparently. Oh, here we go. Okay, I had a little unstable connection warning back on. But anyway, this is, I'm thanking people, and I'm telling them that I appreciate them subscribing to my channel, dropping those likes, dropping those comments, okay? That's different than telling people who are nice enough to come on, like, oh, make sure you like, share, subscribe. No, 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 no. I want to grab people for that, for my content. And two, the other reason I grab them is let them know and thank them in that polite way. You know, I've mentioned this 5 or 6 times. I'll just say it again here before I wrap up my live. It drives me freaking crazy. And I even have good friends on YouTube that do this, okay? When someone does the live broadcast, and what do they say? Oh, info spot 401. Welcome. Make sure you like up my live. Make sure you give me a like. I see 12 people in here and I got 10 likes. Info spot, did you like me up? Oh, okay, there's my like. This is your approach, and this is the first thing that you have to tell me when I first come in. You can't say something simple as this. Info spot 411 YouTube channel. Hey, thanks for coming on my live, man. I really appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. But no, this is what I get. Oh, who's in the house? Who's in the building? Oh, info spot's there. Like up my live. Like up my live. And then they continue to pester me. And then sometimes a lot of times I'm nice, especially if it's someone I know, and I'll just tell them right off the bat. I'll give that thumbs up emoji and I'll put for your live. I'll let them know. Okay, but here's the thing. Someone else will come in and they'll be pestering them. The same freaking thing. And they're watching all that likes. Why don't you put your time and effort into your content and your live? Give somebody something worth listening to that they're interested in. All right? I don't care, even if I don't give a damn if all you're doing is sitting there telling people to dance with each other, meaning, help each other's channel out, and okay, drop this link, drop that link, blah, 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 whatever it is you do. But, just say during your live, hey, I appreciate everyone liking up my video. I really do. It means a lot to me. Thank you, everybody. You guys are awesome, man. That means a lot. When you come across polite and thankful and genuine like that's the way you go about it. You try to be a giver, not so much a freaking taker. Another one I saw, I laughed one time. I come on and somebody's doing their live and they say, they set it up when they're monetized. They can set up the ads coming. Okay, I get it. You want to make a little scratch. I'd like, when I get monetized, I make a little money. Time is money with this YouTube. But what do? Oh, make sure everybody watches my ads in full. That's like, I make money off of this, so make sure you guys do this for me. You haven't even said, I appreciate everyone who watches my ads. That helps me out a lot, big time. Thank you so much. No, I don't hear that. Just some people's tack and how they go about things. It just like, oh my goodness. Anyway, that's my rant a little bit. Just some stuff on YouTube. There's some more things too, but I've went over this a few different times on, my different broadcasts and stuff, people's approach and tack to things. But any rate, I got 4 people on the live here. Is there any questions for me with the topics tonight, or you want to ask me something, or is there something you'd like to talk about, or anything you'd like to say before I end the live? I'll stick and stay if you guys want to talk about anything or any questions or whatnot. I'll see what goes on. Nope. Okay. Well, I'm going to be wrapping up the late night show here, everybody. So, until I see you, hopefully on my morning show Saturday morning. If you can, I really, really appreciate it. I'll put that bad drivers video out. Check it out if you're able to. And I say this because I mean this. I say it in pretty much all my videos and my live broadcast. before I end this, stay safe, everyone, and enjoy life. Until my next video and live broadcast, stay safe and enjoy life.